He is the grandson of a billionaire. On this day, he walked into the first-class cabin of a plane in style. The next second it was embarrassing. The staff stopped him because his ticket was in economy class. Jack had never been so angry. Jack found the little girl in the church. The little girl said to him that she wanted to be a little angel when she died. She cried as she said this. The little girl was afraid that she would never see her mother again. She said to Jack, "I wish he could be with his mother. This would give her peace of mind even if she died." To reassure the little girl, Jack and the little girl's mother start dating. They rode the bus together. They ate together. The two become closer and closer. This day, The lawyer told Jack that the mission was to investigate his dad's death. Then Jack and a man went to the spot where dad's plane had crashed. The man tells Jack that his father had grown tired of the business rivalry and he was going to quit, but he had an accident on a flight. Grandpa doesn't want Jack to be disappointed in his dad. He told him that his father had died of the plague. Jack has always thought that he was indirectly responsible for his dad's death. He holds a grudge for years because of this. Just then, a gun was suddenly pressed against the man's back. A group of bandits with guns grabbed Jack. Jack was blindfolded and on his knees. He started to scream for mercy. But the bandits shot at the sky. Jack pissed himself. Then they put him in a small dark room. Shortly afterwards, Jack saw that the bandits had been drinking heavily. He took this opportunity to sneak out. He started to run as fast as he could, but suddenly he remembered his fellow guy. Despite his fears, Jack chose to return to the bandits' lair. He took advantage of the situation and knocked the bandits unconscious. He rescues his friend. After this tragedy, he finally learns what it means to be a friend in need and a friend in life. He doesn't care about the mission anymore. The only thing that mattered was that he was alive. When he returned, the little girl's mother rushed up to Jack and hugged him. Jack finally felt what true love is. Jack then went to the hospital to visit the little girl. The little girl blamed Jack for not spending Christmas with her and asked for a horse ride. Jack said yes. Jack then called his lawyer and said he didn't want to continue. He had more important things to do now. Then he made a request to. He borrowed his grandfather's private plane. He took the little girl and her mother to Will's farm, and Will had already received the news. He had hauled in the snow in advance and laid it out in front of the house and set up lots of Christmas trees. They wanted to make it a happy Christmas for the little girl. As they watched the little girl walk on the white snow, Jack hugged the little girl's mother and whispered in her ear about the little girl's desire to ride a horse. But the little girl's mother said she was afraid of horses, but she was the one who liked them. It turns out that the little girl is trying to make her mother happy. Early the next morning, they rode out on the wide meadow. Jack kisses her mother affectionately. At that moment, the little girl smiled happily. At the end of the day, Jack opened the video left by his grandfather. He said that he wanted him not to give up on his dreams and to work hard to create his own life. Now Jack finally understood his grandfather's pain. He then found a lawyer. Jack told the lawyer that he didn't know if he had a dream or not, but he wanted to help others to realize their dreams. The lawyer saw the change in Jack, so he gave him a check for $100 million. His ex-girlfriend got the news and found Jack. She wants to make up with him, but Jack didn't buy it. Jack plans to donate the money to build a housing estate. He wants to help families who are sick. It is sad to note that little girl passed away. The lawyer was very relieved at what Jack had done. He then read out Jack's grandfather's will, that transferring all the shares to Jack. The grandfather's inheritance amounts to $2 billion.